Good evening, everybody. What's going on? I'm Lenard East, your host. This is another segment of Real Talk. And once again, in 2010, we taken it to a new level. We have right here on our set, the set of Real Talk, a Grammy Award-winning gospel artist, world-renowned in his own right, part of a phenomenal family who's left a legacy of gospel music, inspirational music, spiritual music, ministry through music. I'm speaking, of course, none other than Daniel Winans. Daniel, welcome to Real Talk,
well,
brother.
thank you, and glad to be here.
Man, I'm glad to have you here, man. How you been?
Blessed, thank the Lord. It's been a trying year and a half, but He's comforted me all the way.
He's been faithful, haven't he?
Absolutely.
Yes. So, man, we had one of your homies on the show not long ago, Jono.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
And he is a homie.
He's a homie?
Yeah, he travels to Michigan as often as he could to eat up my wife's greens. So if you're eating somebody's greens and potatoes, you're a homie.
Hey, I ain't mad either. Them collard greens
That's absolutely
with some
right.
cornbread.
That's right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you can tell I done had a few. Yeah, shut up. Well, listen, man, what brings you to the West Side? What brings you to the West Coast, man?
The same thing, to see wonderful people who really understands music.
Right.
And I said music without saying gospel music because, music as a whole is a ministry to me, and they understand the flavor. It doesn't have to be just one-sided.
Yes.
And I enjoy that diversity here on the West Coast.
Yes, yes. You raised an interesting point, and we'll get into some more detail about your new project, but I like where you're going with that, in that we like to put things sort of in a box and sort of name it and categorize it, when really all forms of music can be moving and inspirational.
That's right.
You agree?
Absolutely. And when I say gospel, I am clearly a writer, a believer
Absolutely.
in gospel, but I'm for what it stands for.
Yeah.
A gospel is a message. It is good news.
Yes.
And I think it's good news when your son comes home alive.
I like that.
I think it's good news when a marriage lasts more than
10 minutes.
Today, I didn't want to say anything. You said it. But when marriage lasts.
Yes.
I think it's good news. Things that are relative to life. So, my definition for it is what really it really stands for.
Yeah.
Good news.
And is that, you mentioned your son, you have two, and
Yes,
a daughter.
That's right. Absolutely. I married a sweetheart of mine. We grew up in the confines of Detroit, Michigan.
Well, give her a shout out, Sybil.
Oh, Sybil, my darling.
Yes.
Absolutely. Sybil is my girlfriend today.
I love that.
You know, but she and I grew up in the same church, and I never thought I would marry Sybil. But when I asked the Lord to give me a wife, let me find a wife.
Yes.
And
and all that means.
A mother Boyd that we grew up under used to say, you better make sure you get a wife and not a knife.
Oh, watch out. And that's wisdom.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna put that to my Facebook page.
Write that down, man.
That's on my Facebook page tomorrow.
A lot of brothers going around with pain, and they don't realize they've been stabbed. But
I love it. I love it.
So I'm thankful. She's my friend and my prayer partner, a prayer warrior.
That's good.
And she's cute.
All right.
So.
All right. Valentine's Day coming up too.
Yeah. Well, Valentine's Day is all year for me.
Oh, watch out! I see.
I'm telling you, I don't even know when Valentine's Day is.
Because every day.
It's just that way.
Well, you better preach the gospel.
Absolutely.
And talk a little bit about him. He went on home last year.
Yes, last year, 2009 April, Dad went home where he was ready to go.
Okay.
And wanted to go.
Yeah.
Went home to be with the Lord, but there's not enough time on this show or any show
to talk about.
Not to talk about Pops, because you're talking about a man that was born out of wedlock.
Okay.
That later on, after he accepted Christ in his life, took his father's name, which is Winans.
Yes.
And God blessed him for it.
Okay.
Oddly enough, well, I shouldn't say oddly enough, but I'm working on, in collaboration with a few other people, his story.
Are you?
Yeah, the story of Papa Winans. It could be 2012.
Is this a book?
Yeah. We're right back to that question of fatherless.
If there are any young people out there listening, I want you to receive that gift that my friend Daniel Winans just gave to you. Brother, we only have a few minutes, and I want you to perform a song off your new CD, First Love.
Yes.
You gonna do that for us?
I'll do that. Actually, I'll do that with my son Jeremy, who's here, my
Who's
middle
here as well.
child. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for inviting me to the kitchen table.
I should have brought my dominoes.
It wasn't. I'm no good at dominoes.
Well, listen, we thank y'all for tuning in. Grammy Award winning artist, minister, spiritual leader, Daniel Winans. I'm your host, Lenard East. This is Real Talk. We're going to have Daniel do your thing.
Thank you.
I gotta get back to my first love, cause if I don't, I'll be back where I was. Hard times, long struggle, need a whole lot of muscle just to put me back together and never solve the puzzle lost. Without love is where I be, trying to put myself in your shoes and share ID. If I was found at a place that I know I shouldn't have been, I'd probably tell my friend, yo man, hide me, or guide me to Jesus. I hear he's the only one from above that can please us and save us with his arms wrapped around me, to ground me the way his angels surround me. Makes me feel like my light shining. Old things past, it's a new Jay whining. The world keeps trying to pull me back, but never that. When push come to shove, it's a fact that I
gotta get back to my first love, cause I know what you're all about. I wanna be right with you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta get it right.
Nobody else like you, Jesus, cause you love me without a doubt. I gotta get back to you, my first love.
I gotta get back, cause I know that's where you at. I gotta get back the way it used to be, cause it seems like the world ain't really used to me. I've tried to stay in the street he gained, but the way they showed love still wasn't the same, and I still wasn't the same. It's a shame how I counted on the man, better known as lame. What's a fella without a brother? Left me all alone in the storm, born in the pouring rain. So who else could I blame when I fall? You told me time after time it's your name that I call. And if I really don't get the picture, then I'm just a lost memory, just a frame on the wall. All I gotta do is find a way to shine today. I know there's a love that can guide my way. Hey, there's only one from above, and I know that. Call me the prodigal son, I gotta go back.
Gotta get back to my first love, cause I know what you're all about. I wanna be right with you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta get it right.
Nobody else like you, Jesus, cause you love me without a doubt. I gotta get back to you, my first love.
I gotta get back, cause I know that's where you at.
Gotta get back to my first love, cause I know what you're all about. I wanna be right with you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta get it right.
Nobody else like you, Jesus, cause you love me without a doubt. I gotta get back to you, my first love.
I gotta get back, cause I know that's where you at. Hey, I'm still racing, but still facing things in the past that still chasing. I'm still striving and yet going, cause I believe in the seed, so I'm still growing. Showing love like the life he did. Can't wait for the day I show my wife and kids that love like this is unconditional. In additional, I'm on a mission, yo.
Gotta get back to my first love, cause I know what you're all about. I wanna be right with you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta get it right.
Nobody else like you, Jesus, cause you love me without a doubt. I gotta get back to you, my first love.
I gotta get back, cause I know that's where you at.
Gotta get back to my first love, cause I know what you're all about. I wanna be right with you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta get it right.
Nobody else like you, Jesus, cause you love me without a doubt. I gotta get back to you, my first love.
I gotta get back, cause I know that's where you at.
Gotta get back to my first love, cause I know what you're all about. I wanna be right with you. Oh,
yeah, I gotta get it right.
Nobody else like you, Jesus, cause you love me without a doubt. I gotta get back to you, my first love.
Gotta get back, cause I know that's where you at.
Book of Revelation 2 and 4. We've left our first love.